G'day and welcome to the Night 2 final session for the 2025 Mattioli Victorian Metro Long Course Championships.
Your referees for tonight's final session for our male events is Robin Miller. Our referee for the female events is Margaret Arnold. Our starter for the male events is Sandra Rogerson. And our starter for our female events is Heather Lang. Introducing the finalists for event 43, the women's 200 metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Melbourne, Audriana David. In lane 1 from Ivanhoe Swim, Yarolan Wang. In lane 2 from Furbank Aquastars, Sarah Cooper. In lane 3 from MLC, Lucy Ma. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Alyssa Lever. In lane 5 from Melbourne, Madison Cooper. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. In lane 7 from MLC, Zara Barr. In lane 8 from Caulfield Aquatics, Amelia Kennedy. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Jordan Barnwell. These are your finalists for event 43, the women's 200 metre backstroke.
Off and racing now, the women's 200 metre backstroke.
Our first and final for tonight. A number of these swimmers were in action yesterday as well as this morning. Starting well in lane number 4, there is Alyssa Lever. Our fastest qualifier has come out strong here and has half a body length lead as we come down this first lap here. Just leading the way, also starting well there in lane number 6, there is Kiara Jeffs. As we come into the wall here, it is Lever who touches first. Lever now still has that lead as we come into this second 50. It probably has narrowed a little bit here with Jeffs having a really good turn, but those two are out in front. That battle for third is on in lane number 3. Lucy Ma having a good second 50. Also having a good second 50 there is Zara Barr in lane number 7, but it is still Alyssa Lever in front.
Getting onto the wall first, Alyssa Lever, and very close for second and third there. Kiara Jeffs with 1 minute 8.
Yeah, so it is not much between those two. Lucy Mard really did come through in that 50 and is coming up alongside Kiara Jeffs, but it is still Alyssa Lever leading the way here. That lead is now out to a body length as she comes down this third 50 here. Lever has dominated from the start here, and as we come into the wall for the final turn, she is going to turn in front. Lever turns in a time of 1:43.95. Second now is Lucy Ma, who came through in that lap. And then third place is Kiara Jeffs, who has slipped back. But looks like Jeffs had the better of the turn of those three and starting to come back into this one. We've still got Alyssa Lever in front, but a real battle for second there between Lucy Ma and Kiara Jeffs. Lever still in front. She will take this one out after taking the lead early in this race, so a strong performance from her. She will win the first event in a 2:19.49. Lucy Ma second in a 2:20.86 and Kiara Jeffs in a 2:21.20.
Introducing the finalists for event 44, the men's 200 metre backstroke. In lane 0 from Nunna Cheltenham, Daniel Vince. In lane 1 from Nunna Wadding, Will Frame. In lane 2 from PLC, Jack Trianides. In lane 3 from MLC, Samuel Mills. In lane 4 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Liam Paulson. In lane 5 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Benjamin Nolter. In lane 6 from Lilydale, Kynan Power. In lane 7 from MLC, Joshua Wachowski. In lane 8, also from MLC, Alfred Hahn. And in lane 9 from Nunna Wadding, Lemuel Janasa. These are your finalists for event 44, the men's 200 metre backstroke.
Often racing the men's 200 metre backstroke.
Up and a stroke in a really good underwater there in lane number 4 from Liam Paulson. But it is lane number 7 who has come up the strongest here. Joshua had a really good start, but now starting stronger here is Liam Paulson.
Yeah, Joshua Wachowski over in lane 7. He got away well in the first 25, but Liam Paulson now with that higher stroke rate makes his way through the first 50 metre turn in the lead. 29.80 ahead of Samuel Mills, 31.11 with Joshua sitting in that third place spot.
Yeah, Joshua had a good turn as well there. So come back up into that one. Not much between second and third there between Joshua and Samuel Mills in lane number 3. But it is all Liam Paulson here who is extending his lead to more than a body length as we come down towards the turn for this halfway mark.
So Liam goes around. The time 101.58, followed onto the wall by Millsy in a 104.20. And Joshua Wachowski still holding on to that third place spot, but Benjamin Nolter really pushing up in this third 50 alongside both the MLC boys.
Yeah, Liam Paulson, the youngest from underneath 32 seconds in that second 50 here. And that lead continues to extend as we're coming down to the back part of this third lap. That battle for second is on between Joshua and Samuel Mills and also Benjamin Nolter in that one.
Yeah, Liam probably been the most consistent throughout a lot of these splits. He just let it go a little bit on that one, hitting a 33, but still maintaining this lead very solidly down the final lap. The race certainly is on for second place between Josh and Sam. They are stroke for stroke. Benjamin Nolter not quite able to do enough to catch up with 15 metres left here.
Yeah, it will be a strong finish here from Liam Paulson, who will take out this second final tonight in a 2:08.16. The battle for second was on, but it was Samuel Mills who touched in a 2:12.47. Then Benjamin Nolter came through in third in a 2:13.56.
Presenting the medalist for the women's 200 metre backstroke, winner of the bronze medal from Nunna Wadding, Kira Jeffs. Winner of the silver medal from MLC, Lucy Ma. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:19.49 from Nunawading, Alyssa Lever. Introducing the finalists for event 45, the girls 11 and under 50 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Chloe Lynn. In lane 1 from Caulfield Aquatics, Alicia Quinn. In lane 2 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Kit Izzard. In lane 3 from Doncaster Templestowe, Skylar Z. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Catherine Zitong Yim. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Sadia Zhao. In lane 6 from Laredo Aquatic, Rosie McCann. In lane 7 from Doncaster Templestowe, Alyssa Kotsopoulos. In lane 8 from Melbourne, Elena Metropolis. And in lane 9 from MLC, Emily Schmidt. These are your finalists for event 45, the girls 11 and under 50 metre freestyle.
In the water now for the girls 11 and under 50 metre freestyle.
Yeah, in for this splash and dash, stroking fairly even across here in the first 25 metres. It's going to be lane 5 there, Zadia, who is coming out strongly. Also, Catherine Zitong having a good middle 25 metres. The battle is on there in the middle. It is Zadia who is leading as we come into the wall. Coming home strongly is Emily in lane number 9, and touching first in this one is going to be Catherine Zitong Yim in first. Zadia Zoe in second spot, and then in third, in a very close race, there was Skylar Z.
Presenting the medalists for the men's 200 metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from propulsion, Benjamin Nolter. Winner of the silver medal from MLC, Samuel Mills. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:08.16 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Liam Paulson. Introducing the finalists for event 46, the boys 11 and under 50 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Western Aquatic Academy, Daniel Liu. In lane 1 from MLC, Lark Privatelli. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Roy Sun. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Aaron Zong. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Jacob Liu. In lane 5 from South East Swimming, Iran Ni. In lane 6 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Callan Yi. In lane 7 from Surrey Park, Nathan Zhang. In lane 8 from Nunna Cheltenham, Mason Wiley. And in lane 9 from Furbank Aquastars, Alfie Worrell. These are your finalists for event 46, the boys 11 and under 50 metre freestyle.
Often racing for the boys 11 and under 50 metre freestyle.
Yeah, really strong start from Jacob Lee in the middle of the pool. Half a body length lead as we come halfway down this only lap here. It is Jacob leading the way. Not much between second and third. Iran looking good there, and also Aaron beside him. Iran coming home strongly here in the middle. It's going to be a battle between the two in lane 4 and 5. Getting the touch though is Jacob Liu in a 29.48. Iran Ni in a 29.90 in a second, and Aaron Song finish third.
Presenting the medalists for the girls 11 and under 50 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Doncaster Templestowe, Skylar Z. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Sadia Zhao. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 29.61 from Nunawading, Catherine Zitong Yim. Introducing the finalists for event 47, the women's 50 metre backstroke multi-class. In lane 2 from Peninsula, Hannah Mearns. In lane 3 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Abigail Garbellini. In lane 5 from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. In lane 6 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Scarlett Morgan. And in lane 7 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Laura Stobie. These are your finalists for event 47, the women's 50 metre backstroke multi-class.
Often racing now, the women's 50 metre backstroke multi-class.
Yeah, in this event, we have got swimmers from 3 categories here. Leading the way, though, is one of our S19 swimmers here in Abigail Garbellini. She is one of 4 S19 athletes in this race. So as we know with this one, it will come down to points and which swimmer is closest to their world record who will claim the win in this one. But it is Abigail Garbellini who is going to take out this race here. It's been a strong swim from her, and she will touch in a 37.94. Touching second is Jessica McDermott in lane 2, and Grace Ryder touches in lane 3 there. Sorry, in lane 5 in third position. Still got a couple of our other swimmers finishing this one. Laura Stobie from Yarra Plenty Waves, our oldest swimmer in this race, our S7 athlete, coming through underneath the ropes now. She will touch the wall for a good swim and will finish in a time here of 1:06.99.
Introducing the finalists for event 48, the men's 50 metre backstroke multi-class. In lane 2 from Westbourne Swim Club, William Fort. In lane 3 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. In lane 4 from Northcote, Miles Parfitt. In lane 5 from Melton Swimming Club, Benjamin Wills. In lane 6 from Western Aquatic Academy, Joshua Briggs. And in lane 7 from Yarra Plenty, Ahmed Kelly. These are your finalists for event 48, the men's 50 metre backstroke multi-class.
Next event underway, often racing the men's 50-metre backstroke multi-class.
Yeah, as the same with the women's one we just had before, we do have swimmers from a number of different classifications here. We've got S10, S14, S19 and S3 athletes out here. Leading the way in the pool, though, is lane number 4 and 5. So Miles Parfitt and Benjamin Wills, both S19 athletes, going head-to-head here. Wills has come over the top late and will claim this one here. It is going to be Benjamin Wills in a 34.04, Miles Parfitt in a 34.33. And touching the wall third is Cooper Harrington, our S14 athlete. We've got Ahmed Kelly in lane number 7, our 1 S3 athlete, coming up now to underneath the flags here. Kelly coming into the wall will touch in a time of 59.91.
Presenting the medalists for the women's 50-metre backstroke multi-class 14 and unders. Winner of the bronze medal from Peninsula Hurricanes, Hannah Mearns. Winner of the silver medal from Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. And winner of the gold medal from Nunawading, Abigail Garbellini. Introducing the finalists for event 49, the girls 14-15 years 100-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Zara Gamboa. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Mia Huang. In lane 2 from Surrey Park, Sierra Kaufman. In lane 3 from MLC, Millie Charlton. In lane 4 from Melbourne, Zara Jeffrey. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Kayla Enters. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Waylon Trong. In lane 7 from MLC, Abby Mesha. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Zihan Jin. And in lane 9 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Anne Carpenter. These are your finalists for event 49, the girls 14-15 years 100-metre butterfly.
Often racing now, the girls 14-15 100-metre butterfly.
Yeah, a strong start there in the middle of the pool there from Zara Jeffrey. Able to get out to an early lead here, probably half a body length as we come down halfway through this first lap. Also looking good there in lane number 3 is Millie Charlton, who's starting to come through up alongside Zara Jeffrey. But it's not going to be much between the three when they come to the wall.
Touching the wall first, we've got Zara Jeffrey, followed by Millie Charlton.
Yeah, and Kayla Enters also coming up there after a good back half of that first lap here. But it is lane 4 and 5 leading the way there in Zara Jeffrey and Kayla Enters. Also still sticking with them is Millie Charlton. It is a battle as we come down to this last 15 metres here. Zara Jeffrey still leading, but Kayla Enters coming strongly home here. Kayla Enters looks like she may have come over the top. It's going to come down to the touch, but it's Zara Jeffrey who wins by 0.01 of a second over Kayla Enters. In third spot is Millie Charlton in 1:04.99.
Presenting the medalists for event 47, the women's 15 and over 50-metre backstroke multi-class. Winner of the silver medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Laura Stobie. And winner of the gold medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. Presenting medalists for event 48, the men's 15 and over 50 metre backstroke for multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Ahmed Kelly. Winner of the silver medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. And winner of the gold medal from Westbourne, William Fort. Introducing the finalists for event 50, the boys 14-15 years 100 metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Melbourne, Michael Fan. In lane 1 from Caulfield Aquatics, Benjamin King. In lane 2 from Bayside, Louis Churat. In lane 3 from MLC, William Kerr. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Isaac Ismail. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Han Tang Wang. In lane 6 from Melbourne, Leo Nolan. In lane 7 from Nunawading, Liam Joy. In lane 8 from Surrey Park, Christopher Lee. And in lane 9 from Nunna Cheltenham, Oliver Lassick. These are your finalists for event 50, the boys 14-15 years 100 metre butterfly.
Often racing now, the boys 14 and 15-year-old 100 metre butterfly.
Yeah, we've got two swimmers who swam underneath for the minute this morning here, and one of them, Ishmak Ismail, has started on fire. He has jumped out to a half a body length lead here down the first 25 metres. Trying to go with him in lane number 5 is Hang Tang Wang, but it is all Ishmak Ismail as we come to the wall.
Getting onto the wall, Ishmak Ismail 26.29, followed by Hang Tang in lane 5, 27.40.
Yeah, Lewis Schrouter in lane number 2, touched in third spot here, but it is all Ishmak Ismail leading the way here. Hang Tang Wang sticking with him. It is a half a body length lead here as we come down to the last 25 metres here. It is still Ishmak leading the way. Hang Tang coming hard at him. Ishmak still leading here. Looks like he will touch it first in this one in a 57.89. Hang Tang Wang in a 58.43. And Lewis Sharrett in third in a 1 minute 40.
Presenting the medalists for event 46, the boys 11 and under 50 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Aaron Zong. Winner of the silver medal from South East, Iran Ni. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 29.48 from Surrey Park, Jacob Liu. Presenting the medalists for the girls 14-15 years 100 metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from MLC, Millie Charlton. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Kayla Enters. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 104.77 from Melbourne, Zara Jeffrey. Introducing the finalists for event 51, the women's 100 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Eliza Houghton. In lane 1 from Caulfield Aquatics, Jen Lane. In lane 2 from MLC, Rihanna Chen. In lane 3 from Surrey Park, Nazia Ikosidakis. In lane 4 from Caulfield Aquatics, Arabella Tomlinson. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. In lane 6 from Melbourne, Madison Cooper. In lane 7 from Surrey Park, Natasha Coleman. In lane 8 from Caulfield Aquatics, Charlotte Fay. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Holly Winkles. These are your finalists for event 51, the women's 100 metre freestyle.
Often racing now, the women's 100 metre freestyle.
Yeah, with this one, seeing some of these swimmers already this afternoon. Starting well there in lane number 4 is Arabella Tomlinson, our fastest qualifier, one of 4 swimmers underneath that 1 minute this morning here. She has a narrow lead as we come into the wall. Also looking strong there is Kira Jeffs. It's going to be Arabella touching first. Arabella touched in a 28.10 there. Kira Jeffs in second spot and Nazia in third. So the top 3 there, but at the middle 2 lanes now have broke away with this one. Arabella Tomlinson and Kira Jeffs, they're going stroke for stroke in the middle of the pool. It's Tomlinson still narrowly ahead here, but Jeffs is coming home strongly over the top here. The 2 of them are going under the wall flags here, and it's going to come down to the touch, and it's Kira Jeffs in a 58.07. She was 0.01 ahead of Arabella Tomlinson, and in third was Rhiannon Chen in lane number 2.
Presenting the medalists for the boys 14-15 years. 100 metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from Bayside, Louis Charat. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Han Tang Wang. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 57.89 from Surrey Park, Ishaq Ismail. Introducing the finalists for event 52, the men's 100 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Surrey Park, Daniel Savitaris. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Liam Butner. In lane 2 from Caulfield Aquatics, George Huang. In lane 3 from Furbank Aquastars, Ewan Smith. In lane 4 from Caulfield Aquatics, James Ward. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Xander Coates. In lane 6 from Melbourne, Felix Dressel de Bruin. In lane 7 from Caulfield Aquatics, Oliver McKenzie. In lane 8, also from Caulfield Aquatics, Tian Berger. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Aidan Gleeson. These are your finalists for event 52, the men's 100 metre freestyle.
The pool now, we've got the women's 18 and over 50.
We've got the men's 100 metre freestyle here, following on after having the women's in the event before. Leading the way here is James Ward in lane number 4 here. Our fastest qualifier did under 51 seconds this morning. He is going to come up to the wall and touch first. Ward touches in a 24.17. Second is Ewan Smith, and third is Xander Coates. It is all James Ward here, but now starting to come through in lane number 6 is Felix Dressel de Bruin here. He is chasing James Ward, who has led from early in this race. Xander Coates also making a move here, but James Ward is finishing strongly here as the chasing pack come at him. James Ward will touch first in a 50.22. Second is Xander Coates in a 59.0, and in third spot is Felix Dressel de Bruin.
Presenting the medalists for the women's 100 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from MLC, Rhiannon Chen. Winner of the silver medal from Caulfield, Arabella Tomlinson. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 58.07 from Nunawading, Kira Jeffs. Introducing the finalists for event 53, the girls' 12-year-old 100 metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from PLC, Olivia Hu. In lane 1 from Nunna Aquapower, Amber Liu. In lane 2 from Melbourne, Claire Zhang. In lane 3 from CA Tritons, Kira Lau. In lane 4 from Melbourne, Angelina Shang. In lane 5 from Melbourne, Taylor Holt. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Elena Wang. In lane 7 from Laverton Wyndham, Claire Dunny. In lane 8 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Neve Jeffs. And in lane 9 from Melbourne, Ali Wang. These are your finalists for event 53, the girls 12-year-old 100-metre breaststroke.
In the water for the 100-metre breaststroke for 12-year-old girls here. Fairly even start here, but it is Angelina Shang in the middle of the pool who has started to get out to a lead as we come down this first 50. Trying to go with her is Taylor Holt, who is in lane 5, but it's Angelina Shang so far.
Yeah, Angelina comes into this race with about a 3-second buffer between herself and the next fastest qualifier in lane 5, Taylor. And we saw her get out really fast in this morning's heat sessions. She is doing that again this evening. She's going to turn in first. The time there, 37.28. It was close onto the wall in second between Neve Jeffs out in lane 8 and Taylor Holt in lane 5, both under that 40-second mark, I should say. And they're sitting in those medal contention positions early on.
Yeah, it was a really good swim on the outside from Neve Jeffs, who's continuing to push for that silver medal. But it is all Angelina Shang in the middle of the pool. She's been able to keep that lead she established in that first 50, probably extending it as we come down to the back part of this race.
Yeah, she's done a great job, Angelina. She's had a great weekend of racing. This is going to be another gold medal to her collection, and she touches the wall in a 118.52. It's close for second, but it will go down in lane 8. Neve, 122.52 with big support from the crowd here. And then that third place spot. Sorry, we have...
Goes to Taylor Holt.
It was Taylor. My board is being a little bit confusing there, but it will be Taylor Holt in a 123.52. Presenting the medalists for the men's 100-metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne, Felix Dressel-De Bruyn. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Xander Coates. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 50.22 from Caulfield Aquatics, James Ward. Introducing the finalists for event 54, the boys 12-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Baronia, Jasper Feng. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Lucas Kovac. In lane 2 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Sean Gould. In lane 3 from Yarra Plenty Waves, George Zeng. In lane 4 from Westbourne, Ethan Dennison. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Austin Yuan. In lane 6 from Furbank Aquastars, Zane Matenge. In lane 7 from Laverton Wyndham, Leonardo Hernandez. In lane 8 from DVE, Louis Kao. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Caleb Smith. These are your finalists for event 54, the boys 12-year-old 100-metre breaststroke.
In the water for event 54, our 100-metre breaststroke for our men's 12-year-olds here. Fairly even start across the pool. The 2 middle lanes starting to come through, and now in lane number 5, Austin having a really good first 25 metres, but also going with him is Ethan Dennison and Zane Matenge.
Yeah, nothing separated the boys at the 15-metre rope, but now we're starting to see that field spread out a bit. Ethan Dennison really pulling away through the second 25 here. Going out well is Austin Yuan in lane 5. He's going to turn in second behind Ethan, so 35.89, followed on by a 36.96. Zane out in lane 6. He sits in that third place spot. There was only 1/100th of a second between him and Leonardo.
Yeah, it was a really good back part of that first 50 for Ethan Dennison, who's been able to continue it into this second lap. That lead is still out by a body length here, but that battle for the minor medals is on here. Lanes 5, 6, 7 and 3 are all in the battle for this. Ethan Dennison will take this one out. Currently in second is Austin Yarn, who has had a really good back 50. It's going to come down to the touch for the minor placings as we see Ethan Dennison touch in a 1:17 flat. Second was Austin Yuan there, and third spot was George Zeng.
Presenting the medalists for the girls' 12-year-old 100-metre breaststroke, winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne, Taylor Holt. Winner of the silver medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Neve Jeffs. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:18.52 from Melbourne, Angelina Shang. Introducing the finalists for event 55, the women's 18 and over 50-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Kiara Hutchinson. In lane 1 from MLC, Isabella French. In lane 2 from MLC, Stella Salamone. In lane 3 from DVE, Amity Lansbury. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Riley Cardo. In lane 5 from Nunawading, Imogen Nolan. In lane 6 from Melton, Alicia Brownbill. In lane 7 from Surrey Park, B. Lovett. In lane 8 from PLC, Lucinda Draper. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Hayo Gang. These are your finalists for event 55, the women's 18 and over 50-metre breaststroke.
In the water for the 50-metre breaststroke for 18 and over females here. Up and stroking now. Lane number 4 there, Riley Cardo had a really good start. She was one of the early pace setters up there. Also Amity Lansbury, who had a busy night on night number 1 here. It is Lansbury who is leading this one from Riley Cardo. Imogen Nolan also in the mix here. Amity Lansbury leading this one as we come down to the wall. It's going to come down to the touch. Not much between the first 3 there. Now Amity Lansbury touches in a 34.71. In second is Riley Cardo in a 35 flat, and Imogen Nolan finishes in third in a 35.05.
Introducing the finalists for event 56, the men's 18 and over 50-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Southeast Aquatics, Logan McEwen. In lane 1 from Cardinia Piranhas, Dylan Skinner. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Joshua Hargraves. In lane 3 from Melbourne, Jeremy Batard. In lane 4 from Caulfield Aquatics, Jacob Nimmo. In lane 5 from Caulfield Aquatics, Nicholas Stupas. In lane 6 from Melton, Mitchell Davies. In lane 7 from Surrey Park, Daniel Savitaris. In lane 8 from DVE, Thomas Greenwood. And in lane 9 from Surrey Park, Owen Warsome. These are your finalists for event 56, the men's 18 and over 50-metre breaststroke.
Now it's the men's turn in the 50-metre breaststroke here. Up and stroking well in the middle of the pool is Nicholas Stupas. Also going beside him is Jacob Nimmo. So it's the two middle lanes who have broken away here for this race. Jacob now starting to come over the top, but Nicholas Stupas not letting him get away with it. The two going stroke for stroke here in 4 and 5. It's another one that's going to come down to the touch here. Touching first in this one is Jacob Nimmo in a 29.23. Second is Nicholas Stupas in a 29.38, and third was Jeremy Batard in a 31.06.
Presenting the medals for the women's 18 and over 50-metre breaststroke, winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Imogen Nolan. Winner of the silver medal from Surrey Park, Riley Cardo. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 34.71 from DVE, Amity Lansbury. Introducing the finalists for event 59, the girls 16-17 years 100-metre backstroke. In at lane 0 from DVE, Julia Wozniak. In lane 1 from Cardinia Piranhas, Emma Grave. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Eloise Ravensdale. In lane 3 from MLC, Grace Cox. In lane 4 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Emily Tulloch. In lane 5 from Southeast Aquatics, Eloise Pride. In lane 6 from Laverton Wyndham, Madison Baker. In lane 7 from Bayside, Gemma Sullivan. In lane 8 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Lucia Calderon. And in lane 9 from DVE, Eliza Connolly. These are your finalists for event 59, the girls 16-17 years 100-metre backstroke.
In the water here for the 100-metre backstroke for the 16 and 17-year-old females. Starting strongly there in lane number 7, Gemma Sullivan has had a good start. Also there in lane number 4, Emily Tulloch has started to come through here, our fastest qualifier.
Yeah, we had 3 girls under the 110 mark this morning, so we knew there was going to be a close race on our hands tonight. There's quite a blanket across the field now behind Emily Tulloch, who has taken this one out as they turn at the 50-metre mark. She'll lead us through in a 33.32, Eloise behind in a 34.08, and then it is Eloise Ravensdale over in lane 2 who turned in third.
Yeah, that lead is extending in the middle of the pool there for Emily Tulloch. That battle for the minor medals is really on there. Grace Cox, one of those to go under the 110 this morning, has started to come through. So has Eloise Pride. So it's those two looking for the minor medals at the moment. But it will be Emily Tulloch who will take out this one. She'll touch first in a time of 1:07.44. In second was Grace Cox, and third spot was Eloise Pride.
Presenting the medalists for event 54, the boys 12-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, George Zeng. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Austin Yuan. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:17.00 from Westbourne, Ethan Dennison. Presenting the medalists for the men's 18 and over 50 metre breaststroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne, Jeremy Batord. Winner of the silver medal from Caulfield Aquatics, Nicholas Stupas. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 29.23 from Caulfield Aquatics, Jacob Nimmo. Introducing the finalists for event 60, the boys 16-17 years, 100 metre backstroke. In lane 0 from DVE, Riley Hodgins. In lane 1 from Melbourne, Yash Kanungo. In lane 2 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Lucas Campbell. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Will Frame. In lane 4 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Maximilian Koya. In lane 5 from MLC, Samuel Mills. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Lemuel Janasa. In lane 7 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Luca Lim. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Oliver Hall. And in lane 9 from Western Aquatic Academy, James Briffa. These are your finalists for event 60, the boys 16-17 years, 100 metre backstroke.
Now in the water for the 100 metre backstroke for the men 16 and 17-year-old here. It was a flying start there in lane number 6 for Lemuel Janasab with a really strong start off the blocks now, but starting to come through is Maximilian there in lane number 4.
Yeah, Maximilian 101.91 for him this morning in the heats. Setting a nice pace as they turn at the 50. He'll lead us through in a 29.46. Lemuel out in second, 29.73 with Samuel Mills in third, 30.09. There really wasn't much separating first and second or third and fourth onto the turn. As we come down the second 50 though, a little bit of a build coming out of lane 5 here.
Yeah, the three of them in the middle of the pool there. Still Maximilian leading the way there. The other two next to him, Samuel Mills and Lemuel, coming at him here. It is Maximilian who is leading underneath the flags. He will touch first in a 1:01.40. Second was Samuel Mills in a 1:01.60. And coming through it for third spot was Will Frame, who came home hard late for a 1:02.14.
Presenting the medalists for the girls 16-17 years, 100 metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Southeast Aquatics, Eloise Pride. Winner of the silver medal from MLC, Grace Cox. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:07.44 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Emily Tulloch. Introducing the finalists for event 61, the women's 400 metre individual medley. In lane 0 from Laverton Wyndham, Allegra Bombardi. In lane 1 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Lexi Teo. In lane 2 from MLC, Lucy Ma. In lane 3 from MLC, Lucy Reed. In lane 4 from Ivanhoe Swim, Emerson Hogan. In lane 5 from Surrey Park, Judy Hussein Aman. In lane 6 from MLC, Abby Mesha. In lane 7 from Caulfield Aquatics, Raina Snyders. And in lane 8 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Anne Carpenter. These are your finalists for event 61, the women's 400 metre individual medley.
in the water for our longest event on the program tonight, the 400 medley for the females. This is a timed final, so the swimmers didn't swim this race this morning. Goes on seeded times, and starting really strongly there is Emerson Hogan, who is our fastest seed. Came in with a time of 5:04. 7 seconds quicker than the next fastest in this one. It is going to be Emerson who is going to come down for the first turn here with a very strong lead.
Yeah, Emerson was away quickly in the first 50 of butterfly there, turning in a 30.60, ahead of Judy Hussein Aman, 31.87. Abby Mesha sitting in third place, 32.73. And we know a few of these girls, they love a butterfly race, so they are going to be setting a quick pace through this first 100 without trying to overexpend too much energy early on in this 400-metre event.
Yeah, Emerson with more than a body length lead here over Judy Hassan Aman. In looking for that third spot, Lucy Reid and Abby Mesha are finishing this butterfly strong, as we see Emerson touch first in a 1:06.36. Judy Hussein Aman in a 1:08.27, and Lucy Reid touches in third, just ahead of Abby Mesha.
Yeah, Lucy Reid had a really nice underwater into that backstroke. She went in that third place spot and then pushed up in front a little bit further on the underwater. So that was great to see her holding and maintaining some distance off the walls. We don't tend to see that a lot in these longer races. Most athletes opt to pop up a little bit sooner and conserve that energy, get up and be oxygenated earlier.
Yeah, as we see Emerson now coming towards the wall after the first half of this backstroke. She will turn in a 1:46.24 here. Her backstroke was nearly 2.5 seconds quicker than Judy Hussein Aman, so she has extended that lead in the first half of this backstroke leg. That battle for third and fourth is still on. Lucy Reid is narrowly ahead of Abby Mesha.
Yeah, keep an eye on those minor placings. There's a few girls who I think are going to start making their move in the breaststroke. So 2 laps of breaststroke can be quite the game changer in these 400 IMs. If you aren't as strong at that particular leg, this is the kind of lead that you want to be having leading into it. As we come into touch, and it will be Emerson, 2:25.01. She actually built through that backstroke, so her second lap was faster than her first, and the same from Judy Hussein Aman. She's built into the wall there as well, trying to get that quick turn and transition into the breaststroke.
Yeah, you mentioned swimmers coming through. Lucy Ma touched in third spot there. Rana Schneider's also making her move as well. So we've still got Emerson in front, Judy in second, and it's Lucy Ma now in third, and she's starting to make her move again in this breaststroke leg, starting to close the gap there on Judy.
Yeah, Lucy really pushing ahead in lane 2 now. She's caught up to Judy Hussein Aman almost completely in this first 50 metres, and she's looking to try and continue that momentum. Emerson still nice and comfortably out in the lead, but we have seen how quickly these things can change. Does Lucy have enough in this breaststroke to really close that gap? Because when we transition from the breaststroke into the freestyle, that gap is going to get a lot bigger. If you can get away into the stroke of freestyle, which is a faster stroke, and start to make your way down the pool, you're going to have quite the advantage.
Yeah, the gap was 4.5 seconds at that turn there, and it still looks like she is well and truly in control of this. Is Emerson in front. Lucy Ma with that gap now on Judy. Starting to see Lucy Reid come back into this conversation for third spot here. We are going to see Emerson get ready to touch here to go into the freestyle leg. As we said, the lead was 4.5 seconds at that turn. Now it is down to 3.
Yeah, both of these girls are really great freestylers. Emerson, she loves a longer race. She's always in those events such as the 200 flying thing. So we know that she's going to have a good quality back-end speed in the freestyle leg. I would still keep an eye on Lucy Ma. She's a great 400-metre freestyler, but she has had another event earlier this evening in that 200-metre backstroke, so maybe a little bit of fatigue playing on her too. Emerson, she's done such a great job early on to gain that phenomenal lead at the halfway point. I don't think she's going to let it go anytime soon.
No, it's still been a really strong swim from her. It's still that 3 seconds. That lead narrowly increased in the first freestyle leg, so able to keep that momentum going with Lucy Ma coming at her, but it is still all Emerson in front here. That battle for third, Judy's now put that gap back on Lucy Reid, so it's a clear 1, 2 and 3.
Yeah, 15 metres left to swim, and I don't think Those results are going to change as we come down under the flags with our leader from lap 1. It will be Emerson Hogan who takes out the 400 metre individual medley in a 5:04.67. Lucy Ma in second, 5:06.93, with Judy Hussein Aman in third, 5:14.29. Presenting the medalists for the boys 16-17 years, 100 metre backstroke. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Will Frame. Winner of the silver medal from MLC, Samuel Mills. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 101.40 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Maximilian Koya. Introducing the finalists for the men's 400 metre individual medley, event 62. In lane 0 from Caulfield Aquatics, Kepler Snyders. In lane 1 from Lilydale, Kynan Power. In lane 2 from Ivanhoe Swim, Kaisei Kojima. In lane 3 from Ivanhoe Swim, Leon Vidal. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Owen Williams-Polly. In lane 5 from Melbourne, Elson Lee. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Lachlan Bull. In lane 7 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Sam Hartley. In lane 8 from Melton, Mitchell Davies. And in lane 9 from Nunawading, Daniel Atkinson. These are your finalists for event 62, the men's 400 metre individual medley.
Often racing now in the men's 400 metre individual medley.
Yeah, we've seen the women in the water now. We've got the men here. Starting well in lane number 4 is Owen Williams-Polly, our fastest seeded swimmer. As we said with the women's, these are timed finals, so they did not swim heat of this event this morning. So their one and only shot at this title. Also coming through now in lane number 5 is Alison Lee. Has had a really good back half of this first 50. So it's the middle 2 lanes leading the way. And it was Alison with a really strong turn there to take control as we come into the back 50 of this butterfly. So it's lane 4 and 5. Also looking strong in lane number 2 is Kaisi. Has had a strong butterfly leg here, and now starting to come through also is Sam Hartley in lane number 7.
Elson Lee touching the wall first with 101.154. Second hitting the wall is Casey with 102.86.
And our early leader, Owen Williams-Polly, in third here. So the middle 2 lanes, also with Kaisi over in lane number 2, leading the way early on here. As we see Williams-Polly starting to make a move in the backstroke, coming ahead of Alison Lee, who had a really strong finish to that butterfly leg here. It is all Owen Williams-Polly in this one, out by 3/4 of a body length. There's a battle on for second here between Alison Lee and Kaisi over in lane number 2. So touching first was Owen Williams-Polly. Kaisi in second. Third is Alison Lee. And then Kynan Power over in lane number 1, also having a good backstroke leg. But it's a controlled race here from Owen Williams-Polly, who has gone from third spot at the turn there into the backstroke, with now a commanding lead in this backstroke. The battle is there for second and third. Also coming over is Kepler Schneiders in lane 0.
Owen hitting that wall at 214.41. Second, 217.98. Third, Casey still 218.17.
Yeah, that was a really strong backstroke leg from Owen Williams-Polly and Kepler Schneiders, who came into second. As we were saying before, this is a leg that can really define a 400 metre IM. If you're not a strong breaststroke swimmer, you do need to have a lead coming into this stroke here. It is still Owen Williams-Polly in this one.
Yeah, Owen, he's really solidified that lead that he got throughout the backstroke now. He's holding off these breaststrokers as they start to make their way up towards him down the first 50. They're definitely looking to close that gap, but he will go around with a 2-second lead now over Alison Lee. So Alison led through the butterfly, fell off a little bit in the backstroke, starting to work his way back into this 400 IM in the breaststroke. He's still a body length behind Owen Williams-Polly, but those centre lanes really showcasing some quality breaststroke here. We've also had Leon Vidal in lane 3 push his way through the field ahead of Kaisei Kojima in 2, and then also Lachlan Bull. He's rejoined the group out the front as well. So it's going to be a race to the final 50 in the freestyle. As the boys turn now, Owen Williams-Polly leads us around 339.72, ahead of Alison Lee, 340.50, and Leon Vidal, 340.82. Nothing separating that lead group.
Yeah, as you said, nothing between them. It is still Owen Williams-Polly leading the way, but he has got 3 hot on his heels. Alison Lee is one of them who is starting now to make his move as well here. It's going to be not much as we come down to the wall. Owen Williams-Polly still leading, but that lead has reduced here. It's not going to be much as we touch on the wall for this final 50. The margin is down to 0.3 of a second. It's still Owen Williams-Polly in front ahead of Alison Lee.
This is an absolute fight to the finish line for the boys in lanes 4 and 5. They now well out in front of 3rd and 4th, which is also another little battle within a race here. We've got a race for 1st and 2nd and a race for that 3rd and 4th place spot. Alison Lee just now overtaking Owen Williams-Polly. Looks like he's going to get the touch on the wall. 443.75, Owen 444.51, and Kaisei Kojima flew home down that final lap to take 3rd, 445.10. Presenting the medalist for the women's 400-metre individual medley, winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Judy Hussein Aman. Winner of the silver medal from MLC, Lucy Ma. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 5:04.67 from Ivanhoe Swim, Emerson Hoggan. Introducing the finalists for event 63, the girls' 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Melbourne, Zoe Clemenson. In lane 1 from Melbourne, Chelsea Zhang. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Summer Zhu. In lane 3 from Surrey Park, Leon Hussein Aman. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Anna Kang. In lane 5 from D5, Madeline Anderson. In lane 6 from DVE, Zoe McCauley. In lane 7 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Charlotte Ford. In lane 8 from MLC, Catherine Liu. And in lane 9 from DVE, Lily Macklin. These are your finalists for event 63, the girls' 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke.
In the water for the 100-metre breaststroke for the 13-year-old girls here. Fairly even start across the pool. Starting to make a move early in this one is Zoe McCauley in lane number 6. Now also coming through here is Anna Kang in lane number 4.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot separating the girls after this morning's heats. We're going to want to see some lifts from them in tonight's final. Anna Kang doing a great job of that. Taking out with her is Zoe McCauley. So those two are going to go through first and second, 36.22, 36.57. And then in the third will be Charlotte Ford in lane 7, 37.30. There wasn't much between her and Madeline Anderson in lane 5.
Yeah, still not much between them after the turn either here. So it is still Anna Kang ahead of Zoe McCauley. Charlotte Ford still in the mix as well here. But Anna Kang looks like she's starting to extend her lead as we come down this back 25 metres here. It is Anna Kang in front here. Zoe McCauley still holding on for second, but a number of swimmers are coming at her. It is going to be Anna Kang who does take this one out. She is going to touch in a 1:16.08. In second was Zoe McCauley, who managed to hold on with Charlotte Ford finishing in third.
Introducing the finalists for event 64, the boys 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. In lane 0 from Surrey Park, Evan Niam. In lane 1 from Melbourne, James Bigelow. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Lincoln Hall. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Gabriel Yeo. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Peter Kim. In lane 5 from Cardinia Piranhas, Raymond Grave. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Aaron Kwan. In lane 7 from Surrey Park, Jaden Zeng. In lane 8 from Surrey Park, Zhou Yuan Tu. And in lane 9 from DVE, Nate Anderson. These are your finalists for event 64, the boys 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke.
Now in the water for the boys, 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke. The strong start off the blocks there for Peter Kim in lane number 4, our fastest qualifier by 2.5 seconds this morning. So no surprise to see him come out fast.
Yeah, he went a 1:11.79 in the heats today. He's looking fiery for the final this afternoon. Keen to see what time he can get onto the board at the finish as we go into the turn, though. Out in a 32.59 for Peter. Raymond Grave turns in second, 35.03, with Gabriel in at third, 35.22.
Yeah, we've got that one leader there in Peter Kim, but not much between the rest of the pack here as Peter Kim continues to extend that lead. Raymond Grave now in lane number 5, starting to get away from those others in the fight for the minor medals. Gabriel Yeo also having a good swim there in lane number 3 here, but it is all Peter Kim in this race. He's going to take this one from start to finish here to claim the gold medal in a time of 1:09.53. It's going to be on the wall for second. Getting there narrowly is Gabriel Yeo, and then in third is Raymond Grave.
presenting the medalists for the girls' 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke, winner of the bronze medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Charlotte Ford. Winner of the silver medal from DVE, Zoe McCauley. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:16.08 from Nunawading, Anna Kang. Introducing the finalists for event 65, the women's 100-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Ivanhoe Swim, Jemima Hale. In lane 1 from Surrey Park, Nazia Ikosadikis. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Jordan Barnwall. In lane 3 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Isabella King. In lane 4 from Nunawading, Courtney Mudge. In lane 5 from MLC, Rihanna Chen. In lane 6 from MLC, Henrietta Wong. In lane 7 from Melbourne, Arabella Scott. In lane 8 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Mia Mifsud. And in lane 9 from MLC, Stella Salamone. These are your finalists for event 65, the women's 100-metre butterfly.
We now turn our attention to the 100-metre butterfly, starting with the females first here. Up and stroking in the middle of the pool strongly in lane number 6. Rihanna Chen has had a good start here. Starting to come through in lane number 4 is Courtney Mudge.
Yeah, the girls really tight after the heats this morning. A few athletes sitting around that 104, 105 mark. We do know a lot of them have personal bests that are a little bit quicker. It will be Courtney Mudge who leads us through in lane 4. Goes out in a 29.24. That's quite a bit faster than she went in the heats this morning. Rihanna Chen followed her onto the wall, 30.13. And then in third, Henrietta Wong in lane 6.
Yeah, Rihanna Chen now coming up alongside Courtney Mudge in the middle of the pool. Sticking with them is Henrietta Wong here, but it is lane 4 and 5. The two middle ones are going stroke for stroke. Rihanna Chen has taken the lead here as we come down to the touch on the wall. It's going to be Rihanna Chen who takes us out in a 102.90. Second is Courtney Mudge, and then in third spot is Henrietta Wong.
Presenting the medalists for the boys' 13-year-old 100-metre breaststroke, winner of the bronze medal from Cardinia Piranhas, Raymond Grave. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Gabriel Yeo. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 109.53 from Surrey Park, Peter Kim. Introducing the finalists for event 66, the men's 100-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Ahmed Al-Gamal. In lane 1 from Bayside, Matthew Moran. In lane 2 from Surrey Park, Daniel Savidaris. In lane 3 from Westbourne, Owen Kruger. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Adam Alefni. In lane 5 from Melbourne, Felix Dressel de Bruyne. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Owen Williams-Polly. In lane 7 from Caulfield Aquatics, Mayan Baskar. In lane 8 from DVE, Riley Hodgins. And in lane 9 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Benjamin Nolter. These are your finalists for event 66, the men's 100-metre butterfly.
Now in the water for the 100-metre butterfly for the men here. We had some fast heats this morning with having to nearly go underneath a minute to even qualify for the final. Starting well in lane number 5 is Felix Dressel de Bruyne, who has had a strong meet so far.
Yeah, he certainly has, and we know he's quite the racer. Keep an eye on Adam Alefny in lane 4. He's a great 200-metre butterflyer, so expect to see him have a very solid second 50 in this 100 also. He's got that good underwater. He went in, he got the touch for the first place spot on the wall and extended that lead on the underwater butterfly kicks there. It is a race of 4 between lanes 2, 3, 4 and 5 down this second 50.
Yeah, it is, and the middle 2 lanes have been able to get a bit of a lead here. It is Adam Alfney who is leading the way here. Felix Dressel-De Bruin next to him as well here. It's going to come down to the touch, but it's Adam who's going to get the win in a 56.34. Felix touched second in a 56.81, and third was Owen Kroger in a 57.85.
Presenting the medalists for event 62, the men's 400-metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Kaisei Kojima. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Owen Williams-Polly. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 4:43.75 from Melbourne, Elson Lee. Presenting the medalist for the women's 100-metre butterfly, winner of the bronze medal from MLC, Henrietta Wong. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Courtney Mudge. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:02.90 from MLC, Rihanna Chen. Introducing the finalists for event 67, the women's 50-metre breaststroke multi-class. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Abigail Garbellini. In lane 2 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Scarlett Morgan. In lane 3 from Western Aquatic Academy, Al Feely. In lane 4 from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. In lane 5 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. In lane 6 from MLC, Ruby Halliday. In lane 7 from Essendon District Aquatic, Abby Glaran. And in lane 8 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Laura Stobie. These are your finalists for event 67, the women's 50-metre breaststroke multi-class.
In the water for our 50-metre breaststroke multi-class here for our women. Our second multi-class event of the night for the women here. In this one, we do have swimmers from 3 different categories here. Leading the way is one of our S19 swimmers here in Grace Ryder. She's out in force here in the middle lane. She's got a couple of S19 swimmers next to her, so those swimmers are going head-to-head. Ryder with a dominant performance here, leading the way. She will be the first to touch the wall in this event here. It will be Ryder who touches first in a 39.73. Touching second is Jessica McDermott in a 42.19, and Al Feely touches third on the wall there. We've still got swimmers Laura Stobie, who we have seen earlier tonight, is still there in lane number 8, putting in a good swimming performance here. As we said, our only S6 category swimmer here. She is going against her own world record, trying to get close to that. As we said with this one, this event is awarded on points, and those who swim closest to our world record. As we see Laura now come in towards the wall. She will touch now in a time of 1:26.52.
Presenting the medalists for the men's 100-metre butterfly, winner of the bronze medal from Westbourne, Owen Kruger. Winner of the silver medal from Melbourne, Felix Dressel-De Bruin. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 56.34 from Surrey Park, Adam Alfney. Introducing the finalists for event 68, the men's 50-metre breaststroke multi-class. In lane 2 from Oasis Otters, Kelvin Tran. In lane 3 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Ming Zi Peng. In lane 4 from Northcote, Miles Parfitt. In lane 5 from Melton, Benjamin Wills. In lane 6 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Cooper Harrington. And in lane 7 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Ahmed Kelly. These are your finalists for event 68, the men's 50-metre breaststroke multi-class.
Now in the water for the 50-metre breaststroke here for our men in the multi-class. We have swimmers from our S19 category, S14 and S3. So we do have a range of swimmers here. Like as we said before, this will be judged on points and closest to the world record. It is our S19 swimmer there in lane number 4, Miles Parfitt, who is leading the way here. Benjamin Wills, who is also S19, is hot on his heels. It is going to be Miles Parfitt who touches first here. Benjamin Wills touches the wall in second, with Ming Zi Peng touching in third here. Still in the water, we do have Ahmed Kelly, who did win bronze earlier tonight, has been to 4 Paralympics, and I believe this is his favourite event. So we do have one of our stars of the Paralympic team touching the wall now in a 57.65.
Presenting the medalists for event 67, the girls 14 and under 50-metre breaststroke multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Abigail Garbellini. Winner of the silver medal from Western Aquatic Academy, Al Feely. And winner of the gold medal from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Jessica McDermott. In our women's 15 and over 50-metre breaststroke for multi-class, our bronze medalist from Yarra Plenty Waves, Laura Stobie. Winner of the silver medal from Ivanhoe Swim, Grace Ryder. And winner of the gold medal from MLC, Ruby Halliday. Introducing the finalists for event 69, the girls 16-17 years 100-metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Frances Boardville. In lane 1 from Melbourne, Giu Co. In lane 2 from Western Aquatic Academy, Holly Hume. In lane 3 from Caulfield Aquatics, Caitlin Ord. In lane 4 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Gabrielle King. In lane 5 from Surrey Park, Yushi Liu. In lane 6 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Aaliyah Wong. In lane 7 from Bayside, Alyssa Meddings. In lane 8 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Tori Clare. And in lane 9 from Melbourne, Olivia Toe. These are your finalists for event 69, the girls 16-17 years 100-metre freestyle.
Event 69, the 100-metre freestyle for our 16 and 17-year-old females. Our swimmers are up and stroking, and it's in the middle of the pool that has started well there. Gabrielle King and Yushi Liu have started really strong. Also looking good there in lane number 7 there is Alyssa Meddings. It is going to be lane 4 and 5 who will touch the wall at first. It was Gabrielle ahead of Yu Shi. Also looking strong there in lane number 3, Caitlin Ord starting to come through.
Yeah, Gabrielle had a really great first 50 in the heats this morning. She's replicated that once again in tonight's final. That race for second, though, is super close at this point. Alyssa Medding starting to really push up right alongside Yushi in lane 5. And then still sitting very nicely is Caitlin Ord in 3. She looks like she maybe has just moved up right alongside Gabrielle. As they come into touch, it will be Gabrielle King, 59.56, ahead of Caitlin Ord, 59.88, with Yushi in third. 100.48. Presenting the medalists for event 68, the men's 15 and over 50 metre breaststroke multi-class. Winner of the bronze medal from Northcote, Miles Parfitt. Winner of the silver medal from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Ming Zi Pang. And winner of the gold medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Ahmed Kelly. Introducing the finalists for event 70, the boys 16, 17 years, 100 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from DVE, Ashley Lansbury. In lane 1 from Melbourne, Liam Walker. In lane 2 from Caulfield Aquatics, William Goldstraw. In lane 3 from Ivanhoe Swim, Kaisei Kojima. In lane 4 from Caulfield Aquatics, Adonis Giotopoulos. In lane 5 from Melbourne, Bart Aporowicz. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Will Panozzo. In lane 7 from Melbourne, Milo Dressel de Bruyne. In lane 8 from Bayside, Senna Kaneko. And in lane 9 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Kevin Huang. These are your finalists for event 70, the boys 16, 17 years, 100 metre freestyle.
Up and stroking in the 100 metre freestyle for the men's 16 and 17-year-old here. Had some fast times this morning with several going under that 55 seconds, including Adonis and Bart in the middle two lanes who are leading the way. There also Will Panazzo having a good start.
Yeah, Will looks to be just in front. We'll see how we go on that tumble turn. Who can get their feet onto the wall first? It is a dead heat between lanes 5 and 6. Bart and Will both out in 25.80 ahead of Adonis, 25.90.
Yeah, and as we said, nothing between them and still not much between them as we come down this back 25 metres. Bart narrowly leading here, but we are seeing Adonis start to come back at him here. Bart is still leading the way, but there is nothing between those top three here. Bart will touch first there, ahead of Adonis in second, and then Will Panazzo in third.
Presenting the medalists for the girls 16, 17 years, 100 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Yushi Liu. Winner of the silver medal from Caulfield Aquatics, Caitlin Ord. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 59.56 from Camberwell Grammar Aquatic, Gabrielle King. Introducing the finalists for event 71, the women's 18 and over 50 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Melbourne Vic Centre, Eliza Houghton. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Melissa Sharp. In lane 2 from Caulfield Aquatics, Jen Lane. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Holly Winkles. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Nazia Ikosidakis. In lane 5 from Caulfield Aquatics, Charlotte Fay. In lane 6 from Surrey Park, Natasha Coleman. In lane 7 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Kiara Hutchinson. In lane 8 from Nunawading, Courtney Mudge. And in lane 9 from Caulfield Aquatics, Amelia Kennedy. These are your finalists for event 71, the women's 18 and over 50 metre freestyle. Speedy starts from the girls in the 18 and over 50 metre freestyle. Early lead going to lane 4, Nazia Ikasadakis ahead of Natasha Coleman. Starting to move through that field now, Charlotte Fay in 5. She has now made up a lot of ground off the first 15 metres, moving herself into second. That looks like where our results will stay. Into the wall, it will be Nazia, 26.94, ahead of Charlotte, 27.53, and Natasha, 27.72. Presenting the medalists for the boys 16, 17 years. 100 freestyle, winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Will Panozzo. Winner of the silver medal from Caulfield Aquatics, Adonis Giotopoulos. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 53.25 from Melbourne, Bart Aporowicz. Introducing the finalists for event 72, the men's 18 and over 50 metre freestyle. In lane 0 from Surrey Park, Kaylin Nathaniels. In lane 1 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Louis Amorossi. In lane 2 from Surrey Park, Andy Martinov. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Riley Mitchell. In lane 4 from Furbank Aquastars, Ewan Smith. In lane 5 from CGGS, Teo Siu Adachi. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Aidan Gleeson. In lane 7 from Nunawading, Liam Butner. In lane 8 from Surrey Park, Daniel Savidaris. And in lane 9 from Caulfield Aquatics, Tian Berger. These are your finalists for event 72, the men's 18 and over 50 metre freestyle.
Up and stroking in the 50 metre freestyle for our 18 and over men here. It is a line across the pool here after the first 25 metres, but starting to see Ewan Smith come through in lane number 4. He's taken a lead. Riley Mitchell trying to go with him here, but it is going to be Ewan Smith who touches first in this one in a 23.72. Riley Mitchell in second in a 24.15, and Andy Marknoff in third in a 24.39.
Introducing the finalists for event 73, the girls 12-year-old 100 metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Melbourne, Vivian Lee. In lane 1 from Melbourne, Cadence Power Kahika Lewis. In lane 2 from Surrey Park, Shia Lee. In lane 3 from Melbourne, Ali Wang. In lane 4 from Melbourne, Mariella Simmons. In lane 5 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Lexi Teo. In lane 6 from Nana Aquapower, Amber Liu. In lane 7 from Melbourne, Taylor Holt. In lane 8 from Furbank Aquastars, Annabelle Bartlett. And in lane 9 from PLC, Olivia Huo. These are your finalists for event 73, the girls 12-year-old 100-metre butterfly.
In the water for the 100-metre butterfly for our 12-year-old girls, and it's been a strong start in lane number 4 from Mariella Simmons. She's up and stroking half a body length lead here early in this race. Ali Wang in lane number 3 also having a good first 25 metres. As we come up to the wall here and underneath the flags, it will be Mariella Simmons who will lead this one at the halfway mark.
Yeah, so Mariella there, 32.32 ahead of Ali Wang, 32.69 with Amber Liu in third. Not a lot separating those third and fourth girls, just 6 100s onto the wall, and some quality underwaters from the girls now as we come down the second 50.
Yeah, those underwaters have now made that conversation for second place up for grabs as well. Mariella still leading the way here, but there is a battle here for second. Ali Wang still holding that spot, but we've got Amber and Lexi in lane 6 and 5 starting to come through. Mariella will touch first in this one. It's going to be a touch for second. And getting first, it was Mariella Simmons in first in a 1:06.97. Amber Liu in second in a 1:09.05, and third spot was Ali Wang.
Presenting the medalists for the men's 18 and over 50 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Andy Martinov. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Riley Mitchell. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 23.72 from Furbank Aquastars, Ewan Smith. Introducing the finalists for event 74, the boys 12-year-old 100-metre butterfly. In lane 0 from Nunawading, James Krause. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Lucas Kovac. In lane 2 from Bayside, Hong Jae Chan. In lane 3 from Yarra Plenty Waves, George Zeng. In lane 4 from Laverton Wyndham, Leonardo Hernandez. In lane 5 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Hong Han Koo. In lane 6 from Yarra Plenty Waves, Wai Yi Deo. In lane 7 from Surrey Park, Bowen Zeng. In lane 8 from Doncaster Templestowe, Ian Cho. And in lane 9 from Oasis Otters, Miguel Labanco. These are your finalists for event 74, the boys 12-year-old 100-metre butterfly.
The 12-year-old boys are in the water for this 100-metre butterfly event here. It was a good start in lane 4 from Leonardo there. Also, Hong Han in lane number 5 is starting to come through. It's the 2-metre lanes controlling this early on.
Yeah, the boys in the golden lanes in the centre of the pool certainly took control of this race early in the 100-metre butterfly. We do know that second lap is ever so important. We'll see if anyone can make up that ground lost. Leonardo Hernandez goes through in a 31.53 ahead of Hong Han, 32.11 with Wai in a third, 32.82.
Yeah, Leonardo was 2.5 seconds quicker this morning, and we're seeing why here in this final as well. Starting to break away here from Hong Han as we're starting to come through Wee in lane number 6, starting to push for that second spot here, but it is going to be Leonardo Hernandez who does take this one out. He's going to touch the wall first here in a 1:06.54. Touching the wall there is Hong Hang in second, and then getting third spot was George Zeng in a 1:11.65.
Presenting the medalists for the girls' 12-year-old 100-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from Melbourne, Ali Wang. Winner of the silver medal from Nana Aquapower, Amber Liu. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 1:06.97 from Melbourne, Mariella Simmons. Introducing the finalists for event 75, the girls 14-15 years 200-metre individual medley. In lane 0 from Laverton Wyndham, Allegra Bombardi. In lane 1 from Nunawading, Lily Chan. In lane 2 from Nunawading, Madison Brown. In lane 3 from Nunawading, Waylon Trong. In lane 4 also from Nunawading, Kayla Enters. In lane 5 from Melbourne, Audriana David. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Maisie Graves. In lane 7 from Melbourne, Elsa Wang. In lane 8 from Essendon District Aquatic, Megan Lee. And in lane 9 from MLC, Beth Ann Chug. These are your finalists for event 75, the girls 14-15 year 200-metre individual medley.
In the water for the last individual event for our girls tonight in the 200-metre medley for the 14 and 15-year-olds here. It's been a good start in the middle of the pool there from Kayla Enters. Also looking strong is Megan Lee in lane number 8, but it is Enters who is leading the way by half a body length as she comes underneath the flags for the first turn.
So as we make our way into the backstroke, Kayla 30.73 ahead of Waylon, 31.47. Out in lane 9, Beth Ann Chug turns in third, 31.56 ahead of Audriana David.
Yeah, some good back parts of that butterfly leg there, but it is still Enters who is leading the way. That battle for second is a 3-way race at the moment. Madison Brown, Waylon Trung and Adriana David all having good backstroke legs to put the pressure on Enters, who is still leading this race.
Yeah, it's certainly the far side of the pool that's decided to make their move. In this second 50, Kayla maintains that lead, 108.71, ahead of Madison Brown, 109.10, and Waylon sitting in third, 109.64. Let's see what happens in this breaststroke. We can see some big gaps certainly closed down within this 50 metres, but I don't think anyone's going to catch up to Kayla Enters. She's taken off here.
You mentioned big gaps closed. Her gap is increasing out in front, and she's taken complete control of this race in the first part of this breaststroke leg. Not much behind her with a race on for the minor placings across the pool, but it is all Kayla Enters.
Yeah, a fantastic job Kayla's done throughout that breaststroke to increase that lead. She'll turn for home ahead of Madison Brown, holding on to second place, and third and fourth, well, there was nothing between them. 3 100ths between Elsa Wang and Waylon Trong. As we make our way down this final 50, I mean, our gold medal, that's already around the neck of Kayla Enters almost, and she'll come down with 10 metres left to swim. But silver, Madison Brown trying to hold off a fast approaching Maisie Graves in lane 6, and Waylon Trong in 3. It's going to be tight onto the wall.
Yeah, and it was Madison Brown who takes out a second. Maisie Graves in third after a really good back half to that race.
Presenting the medalists for the boys 12-year-old 100-metre butterfly. Winner of the bronze medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, George Zheng. Winner of the silver medal from Yarra Plenty Waves, Hong Han Koo. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 106.54 from Laverton Wyndham, Leonardo Hernandez. Introducing the finalists for event 76, the boys 14-15 years 200-metre individual medley. In lane 0 from Nunawading, Arjun Chahal. In lane 1 from Ivanhoe Swim, Andrew Spencer. In lane 2 from Ivanhoe Swim, Campbell Mills. In lane 3 from Surrey Park, Ryan Altus. In lane 4 from Surrey Park, Ishaq Ismail. In lane 5 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, Kaylin Theodore. In lane 6 from Nunawading, Aidan Ramos. In lane 7 from Western Melbourne Propulsion, James Clare. In lane 8 from Bayside, Ayan Cassini. And in lane 9 from MLC, Alfred Han. These are your finalists for event 76, the boys 14-15 years 200-metre individual medley.
In the water for our last individual event on the program, and tonight the 200 medley for the boys 14 and 15-year-olds here. In lane number 4, Ishaq Ismail has had a really strong swim here to start this one. He is leading, but not much between him and Aidan Ramos in lane number 6. Touching first, it is going to be Ishaq, who does take this one at the first turn here. The two of them still going head-to-head here. Aidan had a really good turn. Looks like he's narrowly taken the lead as we head down this backstroke leg here. There's lane 4 and 6 in this one. Also starting to make their move in lane number 2 there is Callum Mills. It is Ishaq leading this one narrowly, but not much between him and Aidan Ramos as they come into the wall at the halfway mark. Touching first, it's going to be Campbell Mills, who has a sensational backstroke leg, narrowly leading over Aidan Ramos. Ishaq now in 3rd spot.
So we start to see those breaststrokers making their way through. Kaylin Theodore, this was certainly his lap in the heats this morning. He shifted his way through about 6 athletes to reclaim the lead, and he is starting to push up right alongside Ishaq and Aidan Ramos. And those three are going to be our leaders with 10 metres left to swim. Campbell Mills trying to hold on over in lane 2 ahead of Ryan Altus as the boys come for their final 50. It is still Aidan Ramos in front now. Kaylin Theodore sits in 2nd and Ishaq in 3rd.
Yeah, not much between our 3 leaders heading into that turn, but the gaps have started to open here. Kaylin Theodore sort of is slipping back here as Ishaq takes the lead as we come down the back 25 metres. He is leading from Aidan Ramos, but it is going to be Ismail who takes this out after a strong freestyle leg here to take out this race in a time of a 2:15.07. In 2nd is Aidan Ramos in a 2:27.56, and 3rd spot is Kaylin Theodore.
Presenting the medalists for event 71, the women's 18 and over 50 metre freestyle. Winner of the bronze medal from Surrey Park, Natasha Coleman. Winner of the silver medal from Caulfield Aquatics, Charlotte Fay. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 26.94 from Surrey Park, Nazia Ikosadikis. Presenting our medalists for the girls 14-15 years 200 metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal from Nunawading, Maisie Graves. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Madison Brown. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:24.66 from Nunawading, Kayla Enters. In the water now, we have timed final number 1 of event 79, the mixed 4x50 metre medley relay. In lane 3, the team from PLC, lane 4, DVE, and lane 5, Doncaster Templestowe.
Yeah, starting strongly there is lane 3 and 5, so PLC and Doncaster both had strong starts. DVE a little bit slow off the box here. They do come in with the fastest qualifying time of these three teams by about 7 seconds, but have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, this is a mixed medley relay, meaning you have 2 male athletes and 2 female athletes, and depending on the order that you have these swimmers in, we can see this lead swap and change throughout. As we come down for our breaststroker, the team from PLC still trying to hold off DVE and Doncaster, but DVE starting to push their way back up in front with their breaststroker as we get ready for our butterflies to hit the water.
Yeah, as you mentioned, they've got Thomas Greenwood, so one of their male competitors in this one, and we've seen him able to take the lead as we touch at the halfway mark. PLC is in second and Doncaster in third, but not much between them.
Yeah, it was a nice changeover and underwater from the team in the middle, DVE. They maintain that lead ahead of Doncaster as we come down for our final athlete. The teams in lanes 4 and 5 both opting for a female at the end, so we're going to see a good race on our hands to the finish line. As we come into that exchange, it will be DVE 133.12 leading over Doncaster Templestowe, 134.62. PLC hit the water in third, 138.76.
Yeah, DVE is still with a big lead in this one. Doncaster trying to hang on, and PLC with a lot of work to do here. But DVE looking strong as we come down to this last 15 metres here. DVE A will take out this first timed final in a time of 2:02.13. Doncaster A will finish second in this timed final of 2:06.86, and PLC in a 2:09.35.
So timed final 2 of 2 for event 79. This mixed 4x50 metre medley relay in lane 1, Yarra Plenty Waves A, lane 2, Surrey Park, lane 3, Caulfield B, lane 4, Melbourne A, lane 5, Caulfield A, lane 6, Nunawading, lane 7, Melbourne B, and in lane 8, Yarra Plenty Waves B team.
Yeah, leading as we come down for this first changeover is Caulfield A in lane number 5. Nunawading in lane number 6 also had a good first 50 here. The two of them are looking strong, with Nunawading having the better of the changeovers and now leading narrowly.
Yeah, we saw some very close relay swims in our final session last night. Let's see what we can get from tonight's finals. It will be Nunawading in lane 6 who lead us into their butterfly out in front, and then into the wall second goes Caulfield, followed by Melbourne. Not much separating those two teams, and very equal on that changeover and underwater as well.
Yeah, Nunawading went with their two male swimmers to start this race. So coming home with their two female swimmers. So we'll try and hold on here. Not much between second and third in Caulfield and Melbourne in lane 4 and 3. And that gap to Nunawading at the front is starting to reduce.
Yeah, keep an eye on lane 4 though. They are finishing with one of their male athletes. And it's a good underwater as well, so they move through from third into that second place spot quite clearly now, trying to chase down Nunawading. With 15 metres left to go though, Melbourne Swimming Club charging through this final lap. They will take out the 4x50 metre mixed medley relay in a time of 1:49.89, ahead of Nunawading 1:51.34 and Caulfield in third 1:53.60. Presenting the medalists for the boys 14-15 years 200 metre individual medley. Winner of the bronze medal from propulsion, Kaylin Theodore. Winner of the silver medal from Nunawading, Aiden Ramos. And winner of the gold medal in a time of 2:15.07 from Surrey Park, Ishaq Ismail. In the water now, we have timed final number 1 of 2, event 80, the women's 14 and under 4x50 metre medley relay. In lane 2, Swimland A, in lane 3, DVE A, lane 4, Ivanhoe A, lane 5, Caulfield A, and in lane 6, Nunna Aquapower A team.
As we come down towards the back end of this backstroke, it is lane 4, Ivanhoe, who is leading the way here. Not much between Ivanhoe and DVE as we come into the wall. Aquapower as well in there, touches between those two. So the first 3 teams, nothing between them.
Yeah, there certainly was nothing separating them on the changeover, and even after that split stroke and underwater, they're almost stroke for stroke through the first 25 of the breaststroke. Those 3 teams out in front. And as we come up to this changeover, they all have another one of their swimmers ready to go. So we'll look to see who can start to make a little bit of a move. As we come in, it looks like Nunawading might have a slight advantage over Ivanhoe, with DVE just dropping off that little bit.
Yeah, we do a touch here at the halfway mark. Aquapower in front ahead of Ivanhoe, and then DVE in third. It was Ivanhoe who came in with the fastest time out of these teams, 4 seconds quicker than Caulfield, and we're starting to see Ivanhoe make a move in this butterfly leg. In the first 25 metres, they caught up. They're now in front as we come down towards the wall for this butterfly leg. It will be Ivanhoe which will lead heading into this last 50 metres. Aqua Power in second, and still sticking around is DVE.
Yeah, so Ivanhoe, they were 0.5 behind after the breaststroke. They now lead by over a second on the Aqua Power team in lane 6, and they continue to charge this final lap. They're really trying to run away with the first of the timed finals in our event tonight. Strong finish from DV. They're right up alongside the Nana Aqua Power team. We'll see what goes on under the flags, but this one will go to Ivanhoe Swim, 217.75. Close onto the touch, and DVE gets there by 3/100, 221.70 ahead of Nana Aqua Power, 221.73. Away and racing with our second of our timed finals for the women's 14 and under 4x50 medley relay. In lane 0, PLC. In lane 1, Western Aquatic Academy. In lane 2, Yarra Plenty Waves B. Lane 3, Melbourne B. Lane 4, Melbourne A. Lane 5, Surrey Park. Lane 6, Yarra Plenty Waves. Lane 7, Surrey Park B. Lane 8, Nunawading. And in lane 9, PLC B team.
It's been a strong backstroke leg here in lane number 5 for Surrey Park A. They do touch first ahead of Melbourne, and then Surrey Park B in third. We did see last night a couple of the B teams did beat the A team, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes here, but it is Surrey Park A leading this one.
Yeah, a lot of our teams have been so closely matched up within these clubs, such strong swimmers across the board. And we did have a few races where the B teams outshone the A team, so we'll see if any more of that can occur tonight as we come into the touch for our butterfly to make their way down the pool. It will be lane 5, Surrey Park, ahead of Melbourne. Not much separating those first two teams, and a little bit of a gap before our next three who'll be fighting it out for that bronze medal at this stage of the race.
Yeah, still a handy lead there for Surrey Park ahead of Melbourne, but that gap is closing as we come down to the second half of this butterfly. As we come into the wall, Melbourne is going to come over the top here as the two swimmers nearly touch identical there. Melbourne just ahead in a 1:36.15, Surrey Park in a 1:36.25, but it's Surrey Park that got the better of the changeover and has now jumped out of the blocks here in this freestyle leg.
Yeah, what a great underwater from Surrey Park, but Melbourne trying to make their way back up alongside. 10 metres left to swim, and Melbourne looks like they have the momentum on their side. It's stroke for stroke into the wall. Who has the longer arm? It will be Melbourne who takes that one out. 2:03.90 ahead of Surrey Park. 2:04.06 with Yarra Plenty touching in third. 2:07.88. Presenting the medalists for the mixed 4x50 metre medley relay. The bronze medal winning team, Caulfield A. Winners of the silver medal, Nunawading A. And winners of the gold medal in a time of 1:49.89, Melbourne A. Away we go now with event 81, two-timed finals in the men's 14 and under 4x50 metre medley relay. We've had some incredibly exciting relays so far tonight. Swimming out of lane 3, we have Swimland A, lane 4, Ivanhoe B, and in lane 5, Doncaster Templestowe A.
Yeah, Doncaster Templestowe has started the stronger one of this race, out by more than a body length as we come down for the first changeover. Nothing between Ivanhoe and Swimland as they are about to come into the wall, but it's Doncaster with a significant 3-second lead already.
Yeah, they flew through their backstroke swimmer there into the breaststroke. Now the real race going on between lanes 3 and 4, Swimland and Ivanhoe Swim. They were stroke for a while. I thought we were watching some synchronised swimming. A great effort from those boys, and they are certainly closing this gap set by Doncaster at the 50-metre mark.
Yeah, that gap continues to decrease as we come down the second 25 metres here. It is still Doncaster leading the way as they are about to come underneath the flags here and touch the wall for the halfway mark. They'll touch in a 1:11.99. Then we'll have Swimland in a 1:14 and Ivanhoe in a 1:15. So that lead only narrowly decreasing.
And they had such a nice changeover as well, the team in lane 5 from Doncaster Templestowe. Smooth underwaters and a good butterfly leg going on here from the team. In second still is Swimland. Not far behind is Ivanhoe Swim. So those two boys still having a really great race as we come down to our final swimmer hitting the water from Doncaster Templestowe.
Yeah, it's been a dominant display so far from Doncaster. Came in with a seed time of 2:14.27. They will be looking to beat that. Again, nothing between second and third there, with half a second between Swimland and Ivanhoe Swim, but it is all a Doncaster Templestowe in this one. They're going to come underneath the flags now to touch for the wall in a time of a 2:11.58 here. Ivanhoe has finished strongly and will take out second here in a 2:17.47, with Swimland in third in a 2:19.56.
This is our second and last timed final of the 14 and under men's 4x50 metre medley relay. In lane 0, Yarra Plenty Waves A, lane 1, Ivanhoe Swim A, lane 2, Melbourne B, lane 3, Melbourne A, lane 4, Surrey Park A, lane 5, Nunawading A, lane 6, Surrey Park B, lane 7, Caulfield A, and in lane 8, DVE A team.
As we come down to the wall for this first changeover, it's Surrey Park A that leads the way in this one. Nunawading is in second, and then touching in third spot there was Surrey Park B. So it is the middle of the pool where all the action is at this point. But Surrey Park A leading the way by 3/4 of a body length as we come down the second half of this breaststroke leg.
Yeah, the Surrey Park team 4 seconds quicker than any other team in this field, but you wouldn't be able to tell at this point because Nunawading, they're only about a stroke behind as we hit their butterfly swimmer. It's 1:00.80 for Surrey Park, 1:02.08 for Nunawading, and Surrey Park B team currently sits in that third place spot.
Yeah, seeing this field start to spread out now as we come into the butterfly. Leading in lane number 4 is Surrey Park, Nunawading in second, and third spot is Surrey Park B there. Starting to make a move in lane number 3 is Melbourne, but it is going to be Surrey Park A that touches for the in front for this last 50 metres.
Yeah, that 27.04 from the team of Surrey Park A really starting to solidify that lead, and they are going to confidently swim home, and I don't think they're going to be caught by the Nunawading boys. It will be the Surrey Park B team who holds on for another medal, so Surrey Park cleaning up in the 14 and under 4x50 medley relay, and gold for them, 154.15 ahead of Nunawading, 156.10, and Surrey Park B 200.06. presenting the medalists for the women's 14 and under 4x50 metre medley relay. Winners of the bronze medal, Melbourne B. Winners of the silver medal, Yarra Plenty A. And in first place, winners of the gold medal, Melbourne A team in a time of 2:03.90. Underway is event 82, the women's 16 and under 4x50 metre medley relay. Two timed finals in this one this evening. Out of the first time final, lane 2, Swimland B, lane 3, Swimland A, lane 4, DVE A, lane 5, PLC A, and lane 6, PLC B.
An even race so far between lane 4 and 5, DVE and PLC, as we come down for the touch for this first change here. And it is going to be PLC who touches narrowly ahead of DVE. Swimland in lane number 3 touches in third spot.
Yeah, those two teams in the centre, they really started to run away towards the end of that backstroke, and they continue to progress forward in the breaststroke. It is the team in lane 5, PLC A, ever so slightly ahead of DVE in lane 4. And not a lot of movement from the teams at the back, so they're maintaining their positions as the race really occurring now between the golden lanes in the centre.
Yeah, as we see, two of those A teams really dominate, with PLC touching in a 1:11.87, exactly a second ahead of DVE as we were at the changeover there. But now starting to come through is DVE in this butterfly leg. We've already seen it a couple of times tonight. This has been a defining moment in these races, and it is now DVE who is leading the way as we come into this back 25 metres. DVE leading as we come underneath the flags here from PLCA. DVE will touch first.
Yeah, the team from DVE just powered through that third 50. As they come into the freestyle, they will be our leaders, ahead now of PLC.
And it will be those two that will finish first and second in this first of the timed finals here. DVE has run away with it in the back half of this race here. Coming underneath the flags to get the touch will be DVE, who will touch in a 2:13.39. PLC will touch second in a 2:15.28. And now coming through in that third spot there is Swimland A in a 2:23.65.
So the final of our timed finals for the women 16 and under 4x50 metre medley relay in lane 0, Surrey Park B, lane 1, Melbourne B, lane 2, Western Aquatic Academy A, lane 3, Caulfield A, lane 4, Melbourne A, lane 5, Surrey Park A, lane 6, Yarra Plenty Waves A, lane 7, Nunawading A, lane 8, Yarra Plenty Waves B, and in lane 9, Ivanhoe Swim A team.
And it is Melbourne who is leading the way as we come down for this first change. The only team with a seated time underneath that 2-minute mark here. And they've started on fire, now getting up and stroking in this breaststroke leg. In second is Surrey Park A next to them. And then in third spot, there is a battle on.
Yeah, Melbourne tonight has put together some pretty fantastic relays And at the moment, they have a really incredible lead over the other teams in this field. Surrey Park are trying to make up a little bit of ground with their breaststroker, but it will be Melbourne in lane 4 who lead into their butterfly swimmer. Surrey Park turning in second, and then in third it will be the team in lane 3 from Caulfield.
Yeah, it's been a strong performance so far from Melbourne, who were able to extend their lead in that second 50 here. The battle for second is on. Surrey Park is still ahead of Caulfield in lane 5 and 3, but it is Melbourne in the middle of those two teams that is leading the way, is about to come down and touch for this final changeover. Melbourne into the with the last swimmer of a time of 1:32.56. They are 4 seconds ahead at that last changeover.
That's a huge gap to try and make up across 50 metres freestyle. Caulfield, they've got a great last lap going on here, but I don't think it's going to be enough to catch up to this Melbourne team. What a dominant performance from them. They'll take out the 16 and under 4x50 medley relay in a 1:59.99, ahead of Caulfield 2:03.47 and Surrey Park 2:05.58. We have an infraction report for event number 80, heat 2, the team in lane 5. Swimmer's head did not break the surface of the water at or before the 15-metre mark on the backstroke leg. That is event number 80, heat 2, lane 5. Presenting the medalists for the men's 14 and under 4x50 metre medley relay. Winners of the bronze medal, Surrey Park B. Winners of the silver medal, Nunawading A. And winners of the gold medal in a time of 1:54.15, Surrey Park A. Away and racing now with event 83, the men's 16 and under 4x50 metre medley relay. Just the one-time final in this event tonight in lane 1, Swimland A, lane 2, Surrey Park B, lane 3, Surrey Park A, lane 4, Melbourne A, lane 5, Caulfield A, lane 6, Melbourne B, lane 7, Nunawading A, and in lane 8, Swimland B.
And there's not much as we come down for this first change. It's going to be Melbourne A that touches first, ahead of Nunawading, and then Surrey Park A in third. It was a really good change over there from Melbourne, who has been able to extend their lead out by more than a body length as we come halfway down this breaststroke leg.
Now on paper, only 1 second separates the teams in lanes 4 and 5, so expect to see maybe a lift from the boys in lane 5 to try and make up this gap set by Melbourne at the 100-metre mark. as we make the exchange into the butterfly. Melbourne leads ahead of Caulfield with Surrey Park in third.
Yeah, Caulfield started to move up the ranks in that one, but it is still Melbourne in control of this race as we're halfway down the butterfly leg here. The battle for third is on with Surrey Park and Caulfield on the other side there, but it is going to be Melbourne who does touch first in this one. In second spot is Caulfield, Surrey Park in third, and then we've got Nuttawading in fourth.
Melbourne just continuing to surge forward in their freestyler. No one is catching this team in lane 4. They have run away with another relay medal tonight. The gold going to them, 147.88, Caulfield 151.17, and absolutely nothing between third and fourth in Surrey Park and Nuttawading, with Surrey Park getting the touch by 1/100th of a second in a 153.12. Presenting the medalists for the women's 16 and under 4x50 metre medley relay. Winners of the bronze medal, Surrey Park A. Winners of the silver medal, Caulfield A. And winners of the gold medal in a time of 159.99, Melbourne A. In the water with our final women's event of the evening, event 84, the women's 17 and over 4x50 metre freestyle relay. In lane 2, Ivanhoe Swim, lane 3, Nuttawading, and in lane 5, Surrey Park.
Our last of the female events here tonight, and in touching first in lane number 5 is Surrey Park. In second is Nuttawading, and then third Ivanhoe Swim, a second behind there in third place. These three teams have really split after the first lap and a half.
Now, just the 3 teams in this event, that means that each of these teams, if they keep those changeovers safe, they could be coming away with a Victorian Metro medal. We come down to the third swimmer, it will be Surrey Park ahead of Nuttawading, with Ivanhoe maintaining that third place spot.
Yeah, it's been a good swim so far from Surrey Park, but Nuttawading starting to close that gap here. That margin was out by a couple of body lengths, now back to about 1. Ivanhoe is still trailing behind, but it is Surrey Park who is still able to hold that lead from an attacking Nuttawading.
So we'll come down to changeover for our final athletes, and Surrey Park there going in 2 seconds ahead of Nuttawading, with Ivanhoe making the changeover now for their final freestyler.
Yeah, it's been a dominant swim from Surrey Park as that lead has gone back out again here, as we've got this last swimmer coming down in the final metres of this race. It is going to be Surrey Park that does take out the gold in a 1:47.83. Nuttawading second in a 1:50.35. And Ivanhoe Swim will claim the bronze medal in this one, as they're about to come into the wall and touch in a time of 2:02.20.
presenting the medalists for the men's 16 and under 4x50 metre medley relay. Winners of the bronze medal, Surrey Park A. Winners of the silver medal, Caulfield A. And winners of the gold medal in a time of 1:47.88, Melbourne A. Our final event for the evening of racing at our 2026 Victorian Metro Long Course Championships. Event 85, the men's 17 and over 4x50 freestyle relay in lane 1, DVE, lane 2, Surrey Park B, lane 3, Melbourne A, lane 4, Caulfield A, lane 5, Nunawading A, lane 6, Surrey Park A, and in lane 7, Melbourne A.
It was Surrey Park B that led at that, sorry, it was Melbourne that led at that first changeover, but now nothing between those first three. Coming through in lane number 5, Nunawading and Surrey Park, and now being able to close the gap here, and it is going to be Nunawading that will lead at the halfway mark. Nunawading turns first here, Surrey Park in second, and then Melbourne in second and Surrey Park in third.
Yeah, so those three teams now with a pretty solid lead on the rest of the field. Nunawading maintaining their distance out in front as they come down to their final swimmer hitting the pool. They go in 1.5 seconds ahead of Melbourne, with Surrey Park not too far behind them.
It is going to be Nunawading that is still in control of this one. Surrey Park in lane number 6. Their A team starting to come through, but Melbourne's got the answers in the race for second. But it's going to be Nunawading that takes out this title in a 1:35.95. Melbourne in second in a 1:38.31, and Surrey Park A in third in a 1:38.73.
Presenting the medalists for the women's 17 and over 4x50 metre freestyle relay. Winners of the bronze medal, Ivanhoe Swim A. Winners of the silver medal, Nunawading A. And winners of the gold medal in a time of 1:47.83, Surrey Park A. Presenting the medalists for the men's 17 and over 4x50 metre freestyle relay. Winners of the bronze medal, Surrey Park A. Winners of the silver medal, Melbourne A. And winners of the gold medal in a time of 1:35.95, Nunawading A. That concludes our night 2 finals here at the 2026 Victorian Metro Long Course Championships. Thank you all for joining us. We look forward to welcoming you back here in the morning for our third and final day of competition.